Mike. Apana pepise oli battery. Mike. Who your mic? Okay. Find some. I'm concerned about this one. Okay. A pleasant morning to you all. Thank you once again for coming to attend this presser, which I'm going to address today. We thank you, especially members of the media fraternity, for continuing to report on the fight that we have just started, the struggle against corruption, where we want to see a corrupt-free Zimbabwe, where we also want to see the downfall of the blood-sucking vampires in the name of cartels, as we alluded to last time when we met here center. Some of you have been asking, say, where is his partner? We cannot see him. I think you speak on his own behalf if you want to know where he is and what's going on. So, like time when I made the introductory remarks to the presser that we had on Monday, I said we were speaking on behalf of ourselves and of our peers, of our generation and generations to come. I didn't even say we were speaking on behalf of the party, on behalf of a faction or any group. Instead, we are speaking on our own behalf. Because our conscience is pushing us to do so. So I maintain that position today, that I'm not a representative of the party, neither am I a representative of a faction, an organization or a grouping. I'm just but an individual who has chosen to take up this fight against corruption, which I believe is crippling all the efforts to resuscitate this economy, to get Zimbabwe back on its rail and also on its feet. So all of you are well aware that my party had a Politburo meeting on Wednesday, and I'm not a member of that Politburo. I was a Central Committee member in the party, being the supreme policy-making organ of the party, and a member of the National Executive of the ZANU-PF Youth League, where I was the National Political Commissar, charged with the responsibility to organize, mobilize, and recruit for the party. That was my assignment in the party. I have not yet received any formal communication from the party leadership regarding their position. Like we have been reading in the newspapers, we have seen videos of the then acting Secretary for Administration, Comrade Chinamasa, saying they have given us a 1-year suspension, and they have they are instructing us to go to Chitepo Ideological College for a good 3 months, where we must be drilled to get to appreciate the party ideology. So we haven't got any formal communication from the party regarding that matter. But I don't think even if I'm to get that official communication, it's going to change my view, my conviction, or anything that I choose to stand for. I came into the party on my own. No one invited me to be a member of ZANU-PF, and it was because of the way I had chosen it to be. So I will continue to be a member of the party in whatever capacity, because for me, it's not about the position that you hold in a party which then pushes you to do certain things or to think otherwise. I'm one person who cannot be forced to act dumb, deaf and blind because I belong to a certain organization. I have a conscience, which conscience is driving me to come out and put up this fight. Whether I'm going to succeed or not, it's neither here nor there, but I don't want history to remember me as one person who worked hard to make sure that Zimbabweans continue to fight by perpetuating corrupt activities and corrupt systems which are disadvantaging the generality of the people. Being a national political commissar of the party, I was strategically positioned with all the influence and the connections to make sure that I continue to be in the comfort zone, having access to every office that I would have wanted to access, be it of the president or the vice presidents, of anyone you can think of. I had access, and no one could have stopped me from also joining the bandwagon of looting and accumulating wealth at the expense of the people and at the expense of those who are supposed to lead. But I have a conscience to say legacy lives. Wealth lasts a lifetime, but legacy lives beyond one's lifetime. And a good name is good than any material gain that you may have. I just got information this morning that some of our guys have decided to hit back and are organizing in their own way to make sure that they silence me. There have been efforts, especially yesterday, to make sure that I go on mute, I conform to what's happening, I join the choir of the praise singers and everything. But I decided to say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not against the party, neither am I against its leaders. I'm not against a faction or any grouping, either real or perceived. I'm not. I am for my generation. So if God has just decided that I have to die at this moment, I've said no. I don't have any problems with that. Tongo, for the record, knew very well that he was not going to make it into the New Zimbabwe, and he said it, that I will not be able to be with you in the New Zimbabwe. But all he said is, he said his wishes as to what he wanted to see in a new Zimbabwe. All of those trees that provide you with shade, you are not the ones who planted them. Those who planted them maybe are long gone. If they had been selfish to think that I will not live to see this tree coming up and providing me with shade, I don't think they were going to plant those trees. So I've refused to be selfish and to be muted so that I continue to enjoy benefits. I have a car from the party because of the position that I had, a very good salary, because I was employed full-time at the party HQ as a national political commissar. I would have chosen to say, hey, I'm getting fuel, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, I'm getting this. Well, why should I do these things? Because I risk losing all these benefits. But no, I don't think it's right. It's like you are on the road, but then you witness someone hitting a pedestrian on the road, and you are the only person who has witnessed that. Then there are consequences of choosing to report to the police. The police will be always on your case. You will always be arraigned before the court as a witness, where they will say, provide evidence. You don't have anything. Neither you have pictorial or video evidence to substantiate your claim. So you can make a decision to say, no, I'm not going to do that. Why should I get myself into this trouble? I have to concentrate on what brings food to my table. And this has been everyone, the majority of the calls that I've been getting to say, no, cool down, no, you'll be taken back to the party, all sorts of things. No, the leadership will revise. No, I'm not contesting the decision of the leadership. I'm not. I don't have any problem with being suspended from the party. And this is not my first time. I was suspended by Ma'am Juru when she was VP, because she thought I was not towing the line in our province, because she was the most senior member from our province. And I was suspended for 6 months. And after that, I was suspended also summarily, without any hearing, without any trial, by the G40 people. And after they thought that maybe the suspension was not enough, they then decided to expel me from the party. And as if that was not enough, they arrested me a good 5 times. I had 10 charges when the new dispensation came in. Subversion charges of trying to topple a legitimately elected government, undermining the authority of the president, intimidating and threatening the first family, all sorts of charges. At one point, when I was granted bail, I was at the Harare Central Remand Prison. And when they got news that I had been granted bail by the High Court, because mine was a 3rd stage offense, the guys from the police were also sent in 2 cars to come and fetch me to the Harare Central Police Station again for more charges. And after being given bail, I could not taste freedom. I had to go back into the cells, so that I see reason in towing the line and cooling down. But I said, no, we have to continue. So here we are. To those who have been assigned to deal with me, please enjoy the benefits or the 30 cents, the 30 pieces of silver you have been given. But go and tell your masters, whoever they are, that I'm not backing down. Because I'm not fighting the party, neither am I fighting any leader or anyone. I've just said cartels must fall. I've just said corruption is harming the good efforts being done by the leadership. So there is no reason for anyone then to suspend me. Why would you suspend me for naming people who are outside the party? When we named the likes of Obet Mpofu, Joram Gumbo and others who have positions in the party, what you only did was to set up a commission, which commission died, had a stillbirth. It could not even see the light of the day. They have not even sat for a single meeting. So that was a minor crime to challenge a whole secretary for administration of the party. You smiled at it. And now we have charged non-members of the party. They do not even have a membership card of the party except for Tafazwa Msarara. Billy Rottenberg doesn't even know how to chant a slogan. and the leadership saw it fit to make sure that they crush our political careers and save this Billy and Kuda. Well, the leadership in its wisdom saw it fit to do so, and I'm comfortable with that. All of you know very well that sometime last year I indicated that I wanted to step down from my position, knowing very well that I was going to lose my benefits. So I don't have any problems with being chucked out of a position, because I was ready for it anyway, because I knew that you guys were going to come after us, political or otherwise, and the political side you have dealt with us. We are waiting for these other plans you have mooted to make sure that you silence us. Well, comrades, this is about it. So let it be on record that I'm not going to appeal, and I'm not going to attend to the Chitepo Ideological College, because ideologically I'm upright. Zanu PF stands for Gutsa Ruzhinji, not Gutsa Vashoma. Ndo gwarare musangano watakakura tichiziva. Iri rekuti vashoma vanoguta on behalf yevakawanda. It's not the Zanu PF way. It's not. Vanhu pavakabuda muno vachinorwa, vaiti nyika yedu yeZimbabwe ndio matakazvarirwa, vana mai nana baba ndimo mavari. Tinoda Zimbabwe neupfumi hwayo hwose, simuka Zimbabwe. Havana kumboti vachafira munhu one or a selected few. We are not second class citizens munyika muno, no. So yekufunga kuti kana imi maguta munhu wese aguta, no. Mukatora chikafu chenyu mukabikira kumabvazuva kunobva nemhepo, moti isusu tinoguta ruzhinji rwevanhu nikakunhuhwirira kechikafu chamuri kudya, hazvisirizvo. So mabenefits epati torai zvenyu. Ndakatosiya basa in 2007. I was employed by the Ministry of Health, ndiri nutrition assistant at Mount Down Hospital. In 2007 I decided to quit formal employment to save my party voluntarily. Izvi zvemota nemari zvakatozouya naMunangagwa kubva kwese kuyanga iri for voluntary. So I don't care about benefits. The majority of the people do not have these influential positions, but they are living, they are surviving. So I'm not going to die because I'm no longer a political commissar. No. Mwari ndiye anopa upenyu, Mwari ndiye anouraya vanhu. Mukandibayawo nemi muchabayiwawo japureza akaiba zvinakana basa resezvo. Don't care about that. And it is a rufu kozi ruchangouya. Kana mwana waMwari akafa wani, kozotiwo ininiwo zvangu zvine basa renyu. So I know mauya makatarisira zvimwe going forward. Where I'm here, I have two causes I'm going to pursue as a card-carrying member of the party and as a citizen of Zimbabwe. And I'm going to elaborate. The first one is to continue with this fight against corruption in all its forms, I'm not going to stop. Neither is death going to stop me. You can kill the messenger, but you can't kill the message. There will come a time where people will rise up and say, you can't kill all of us. So I'm going to continue the fight against corruption. So, going forward, we are going to convene a meeting of all stakeholders in the fight against corruption, the students, the civil society, war veterans, if they choose to be part of this fight, young farmers, young miners, entrepreneurs, everyone, the church. We are going to invite everyone to that meeting to have to constitute what we have termed the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Citizens Task Force. Why are we having this? We are having this so that the fight is not then restricted to Tsenengamu and Matutu or a few. It has to become a citizens' fight. Anything can happen to any one of us, but the fight to get rid of corruption in Zimbabwe and all the evils that are bedeviling us is everyone's fight. Like I said last time, those who have chosen to think that this fight is about factions are misinformed. These catalysts do not belong to a faction. I said it last time that at one point they worked with Mime Juru, they worked with the G40, and now they are working with the current leadership. So they don't owe anyone their loyalty. They are where their money is. Simple. Even if Zanu-PF is to be kicked out of power tomorrow, those who are going to be in power before they are inaugurated, they will find these guys on their doorsteps. They go where power is. Some have said, you are fighting so and so because you have been sent by President Mnangagwa to fight General Chiwenga. Someone said, no, you have been sent by General Chiwenga to fight the President Mnangagwa because Billy is related to so and so, because Kuda is someone's ally. I went to the Heart and Soul program by one of the journalists here. Their paper headline was like, Zanu-PF youths go for ED allies. But when I was in the interview with the same writers, they were saying, we are told you have been sent by ED to fight Chiwenga. And you say, so what are you guys saying? You have been saying we have gone for ED allies, and you are saying we have been sent by ED to crush Chiwenga. So what is your point? So all this is mere speculation. You are playing into the hands of an evil group that has created conspiracies, unfounded conspiracies to say we are being victimized because we belong to a faction. When have you become members of the party? General Chiwenga is one person who came out leading us at the front for Operation Restore Legacy. And it was one of the aims of Operation Restore Legacy to get this country out of the mess that it was in, including getting rid of corruption. And is one guy who cannot then stand up today and say, I'm fighting on behalf of people who are corrupt. He can not do that. So you have desperate people who are trying to find where power is to say, can you be on our side? We are being victimized for you. It's like one person abatwa ine mukadzi womunhu otenga kunyepera yenda zengenda dai wabatwa, answer to your issues. Simple. Buda mudinawo yekufunga kuti wakaroiwa. If uine chimwe chirwere enda unotestwa urapwe munhu wese ari kudaro than to continue to be in denial. So people can then set us against the leadership. It's not going to happen. People will then come out and say, these are factional fights. Maybe the factions were created yesterday or the day before yesterday. But as far as I know, there are no factions at the moment in the party. There are individuals, yes, who want to pit the leadership against each other. And I'm not sure if the leadership is going to entertain that. So, we are neither fighting on President Mnangagwa's corner or on Vice President Chiwenga's corner. We are fighting for this generation. Tell me who Billy belongs to. Tell me who Tagwire belongs to. Before the ascendance of these guys to the presidency, who was backing them? Because Billy got the monopoly during Mugabe's era. General Chiwenga was not a vice president then, and President Mnangagwa was not a president then. So who gave them those tenders? For anyone then to try to say, and the unfortunate thing then is we have had young people who have bought into that senseless narrative to say these are factional fights. Some saying President Mnangagwa wants to get rid of Vice President Chiwenga, and Vice President Chiwenga wants to get rid of President Mnangagwa. Vice President Mnangagwa was not in Zimbabwe when Operation Restore Legacy was initiated. He was out of this country. And if Vice President Chiwenga wanted power, he would have grabbed it at that point. So these issues to say Chiwenga is planning against Mnangagwa or Mnangagwa is planning against Chiwenga, that is nonsense. We can't have the same scenario where you had a G40 which purported to be a special class close to the president, trying to get rid of everyone else when they wanted to weaken the president and then attack him. We can't have the same scenario today. So we are not going to allow any efforts or any machinations to separate the two men. If they have their issues, they regard each other as brothers. Let them find their own time to solve the issues. And we are not part of that. I saw last time Vice President Chiwenga was in Kwekwe, touring the maize fields, the president. And someone comes to me and say, no, avasikuwirirana vari kurwa. So, kana vari kurwa, enda ikoko munowitinesa kurwa kwavo. Isusu pano patida kurwa necorruption. Zvekuti zvazodini oro zvaita sei no hatisi ikoko. Isusu tida kurwa pano pa necorruption. So on the 14th of January or February, that's next Friday, we are going to have an anti-corruption summit here in Harare, where we are mobilizing multitudes of people, especially the young people, to say this is our generational agenda and cause. Let's come together. We may have differences, yes. I understand the skepticism that people have and the perceptions that people have to say, vana Tsenengamu vanogona varoda kutiitisa. Handigone kukuitisa because neniwo ndatoramba kuitiswa. I'm not in anyone's pocket, both and one. So, we are inviting all progressive Zimbabweans to come to that. Like I said, we have written to all the state institutions, all the commissions mandated to come and be answerable to the citizens, to tell us what the problem really is. Last time we had a name and shame. And this is the last time we also named some. But what we have now done is we have taken the fight a step further. To hold the leadership accountable. Because Billy didn't create that monopoly by himself. Certain state institutions, departments or ministries provided that platform for Billy, and they must tell us why. Those who facilitated that Kuda monopolizes everything, gets everything into his hands, must also tell us why. Because we can continue to confront the individuals, but that will not stop the rot in the system. We have pinpointed these individuals, yes, but there are other activities that are happening as we speak everywhere. And this is not just confined to those linked to Zanu-PF. I was reading in the papers that some millions went missing or were abused in a certain political party. So, zviri kwese mapata aya twins. So, hatisi kuzovhara rimwe ziso tichivhura rimwe takatarisa one side. We are not against a party or for a party. We are against corruption in all its forms. So there are no saints here. Saka yekufunga kuti no varege vapedzerane ndozvokwawo. No, hazvisi zvokwedu ndezvedu tese, because this rot is affecting all of us. Saka kana tikazvirera muchifunga kuti kwenyu zviri right, hezvoka. Saka let's come together. There is corruption in councils, rural district councils, where we have a stronghold, a Zanu-PF. There is corruption in urban municipalities, where our sister organization, the MDC, also has a stronghold. Nothing meaningful has been happening on both ends. Those whom we elected to be leaders have turned themselves into looters on either side. So it's a generational cause. It's neither a partisan or a factional cause. So we are going to announce the website that we are erecting to make sure that whenever we get a piece of information regarding corruption that is being committed or has been committed, we'll put it on that website. We are going to announce a WhatsApp number and a hotline number. When a case is reported to ZAC and nothing happens, let us know, because we will not stop to expose the rot. Because even ZAC itself, that's why at one point it was disbanded, because it had rotten. Some of you may think that we have to get rid of a certain individual in the party to get rid of corruption. We got rid of Mugabe, and corruption didn't stop. Because it is a system well connected. Kunanga kuri kutambisa munyu kurunga matachka. It will not help us in any way. So we are going to give out the WhatsApp number, the hotline number, our website, and any other platforms that we are going to create for purposes of sensitizing the public, naming and shaming again, because this is going to be a task force. So you can sue Tsenengamu, and you are yet to see if you are going to sue all the citizens. Because if we continue to name and shame them as individuals, we will not win the fight. So we are now taking it to the national platform, where it will have to be coordinated by a task force. But we are not backing down on the allegations that we raised against the individuals. And by the way, Mama Tutu went to report these issues to ZAC. Saka tamirira kuti tinzwe kuti no, ZAC inoti kudii. Hatipuse zvekuya kunotaura zvinhu tisina V11 takadzidza muna 2018 kuti V11 rinoita sei rinodiwa. Saka we are ready for any fight. But zvimwe zvatakuita ndezvekuti muhondo au kandi zvombo zvese ka unokasira kupera. So tinomuvha nemi stage by stage amuzorore kusvika mati eke maziva kuti zvinhu zvevanhu hazvibiwi. Secondly, we are trying to solve corruption so that we try to find an answer to the economic problem that we find ourselves in. But that won't be enough if we don't resolve the political problem. So ndoziva kuti apa futi ndakutowedzera kupesana nevamwe. And I don't have any problems with that. My comrades, tingazame kuwanda, even those who have been following my posts on Facebook, well, even 2019 and back then, these are issues I've been advocating for. Solution yenyika lies with all Zimbabweans. But these Zimbabweans, for a start, we have to accept the reality that for now, they are in two major institutions. That is Zanu and the MDC Alliance. That's a fact of life. You cannot run away from the fact that, well, it's my president won an election by around 2.4 million votes. The next contender had 2.1 million votes, and you cannot wish that away. It's a fact of life. The difference between the winner and the second contender is around 300,000. So whoever chooses to ignore that is wasting time. Zimbabwe is polarized. That's a fact. Even in the groups, wherever you are, be it on WhatsApp or on Facebook, people are divided on this corruption issue because they belong to one party or the other. Mbavha dzekuzanu PF vanotaiwa mapasta edu chichi dzeku MDCO vanodzivharira vachitaiwa vafundisi vedu they are saints, because people continue to view national issues with a partisan eye. And that is why I'm saying we cannot move Senyika if we continue to look at issues from a partisan point of view, being Zanu for MDC. The solution to this problem partly is on the two political parties, because they are also part of the problem. Not because they are saints, not because they are geniuses, no, but because vaumbi vehari ndo vanogona kuputsa hari dzavo. The mess that we find ourselves in is on the shoulders of our two dear political parties. And that's a fact. Kana vanondituka ndokutoziva vamwe vakabvira kundituka handipere nokutukwa handisisipo. I will ignore that. But I'm telling you, zvinhu zvinoita kuti nyika iende kumberi. Kune ma-hardliners ari muZanu PF vari kutya kuti kana president Mnangagwa vakagara pasina ED pedu pape. Kune ma-hardliners ari muMDC vari kutya kuti kana advocate Chamisa vakagara nemukoma wavo ED pawo pape. Pane vanhu who want to see ED out, they want this situation to degenerate. Pane vanhu vari kuti Chamisa ngatipinde mustreet, but Chamisa akadzidza kamuna 2017 kuti munogona kupinda mustreet but mukashaya chenyu. Mapedza kumacha madini vanobva vati no constitution inoti. the sure kaimi murima constitutionality ya Democrats, you have to follow the constitution. So iyo haibudite ma result. So vari kusvika pa point yekuti no tiri kuda mumwe munhu ari militant ari vocal anogona kuti leader mu street. So these two leaders face extinction if they are not careful. They are being cheered. Vachienda kugomba so. Sindi fambai. Pa unozocheuka mumashure unozona kusisina vanhu. Why I'm saying so, those who want to see this situation degenerate want to use the MDC as a front to organize mass protests. But knowing very well that there will be nothing for the MDC after that. Kunenge kubatsira ini kuroya mkoma wangu. Munodya makabeji nemombe yatauraya parufu, but panogarwa nhaka yomunhu amuwane kana zvitumba kana kupinda mumba maitsenengamu vasara, because you are not part of the family. So Zimbabweans must be wary of being used and achieve nothing. Because we will go into the streets, but we will not be in charge of the process to replace those who are moving, we are pushing out. Saka inogona kuput anenge ari makasa, inogona kita berera. Regai ndikutaurirei. My thinking, no matter how wrong you think it may be, when Mugabe was still around and Tsvangirai was still around, Chamisa ainzi munhu waMnangagwa. When ED was being attacked in parliament, Chamisa would occasionally come to ED's rescue. Vanhu veMDC vachitoti no chimunhu chani cha ED. Saka ndoda kuabvunza maleaders aya kuti saka chiri kukunetsai mimi kusangana chi parufu rwemwana waTsvangirai rwavimbai. I'm told by those who were there that our honorable first lady Amai Mnangagwa had some time with Chamisa, some good 5 minutes. Paside mumwene mumwe asina mabodyguards ake vachitana mai guru bamini. So problem yenyu iri kukutadzisai kusangana ndeyei. Does it require Zimbabweans to get in the streets, to demonstrate, to protest, injure each other so that you guys see that there is need for you to work together? I am not calling for a GNU. Neither am I against the formation of a GNU. But I know that when they sit together, they will find a solution. Whichever way. If Mnangagwa could sit down na Ian Smith, who massacred hundreds of thousands of people, Etinyadonya Chimoyo Tembwe, Gondola Mkushi Luangwa Solos Gunana Chipondo, why not sit down with a fellow brother? Ian Smith akafana kuchembera ari kushurugu. Asina kana munhu akambata. Aine his farm more than 500 hectares. Chii chinotadzisa ininewe, because we are differing on the how part of it. But tese we agree that corruption must go. Jobs must be created. Our economy must be back on its feet. All these other issues about investment and everything, we agree. But we are just disagreeing on the how part of it. Which is why we have mooted this idea of the Zim First agenda. That we are going to engage our leaders. Imagine a team where you have President Mnangagwa, Vachiwenga, Vamuhada, Moti Vachamisa, Vawashman Nua, Vabita. Mumane mumani ma strength zake ni ma weaknesses zake. Hapana anogona zvese. But if I'm of the opinion that if they combine their force, if we combine forces, if we combine ideas, the zeal that all of them have, will get Zimbabwe out of this mess. Because the first thing that has to be achieved is that Zimbabwe must have What must be achieved first is there must be stability in Zimbabwe. And the situation out there is threatening big time. And all of us will be losers. Inenge nyaya iya yegonzo rakatidonedza irivai, huku ikaseka, imbwa ikaramba, mbudzi ikasvetuka, mombe ikaiginova. But pakazobonyiwa gonzo, zvese zvakapera. So I'm telling you, not because I'm speculating, I'm telling you because I know what's happening. If our leaders don't act now, all of them risk being on the wrong side of history. Mukuru hanga haigari pfunde. Vakagara pasi vanowirirana. Pane vamwe vari kutya kuti no, tinogona kumedzwa. Vamwe voti tinogona kusanitize chinhu ichi. Ndinzwe varume. Pamuri kufunga kuti munogona kusvika, munogona kutadza kusvika, maZimbabweans akuiginova imese because you are part of this mess. Muchifunga kuti no, tinofanira kuzviita tega, vachiti no, tinofanira kuzviita tega, ngazviite wese so that zvizodai so. So, musi wa14 tiri kuita the anti-sanctions conference, anti-corruption conference, I mean. Kajaira kakuti sanction. Was the ambit anti-sanctions machika. Tikato declare a day. But for me, it was a good effort, well, but we don't have control over kubviswa kwao. Let's deal with zvinhu zvatinogona kudini kudhila nazvo. Tinogona kuita zvataita. Do you know even during the inclusive government, vana amutambara vakabuda, vana achangere vakabuda, vakadini vakanombuzama kuti bvisai, but varidzi chikwambo vakaramba nechikwambo chani chavo, vakati aiwa makachitorerei, chengetai chinhu chani chenyu. So focusing on sanctions is not going to help Zimbabwe in any way. Let's deal with those things that we have influence over, or those that we can change. That's my view. Kan ava vazoda kubvisa zvinhu zvavo vachaita sei? Vachabvisa nenguva yavo, because my interest awo needu eZimbabweans akaita sei? Akasiyana. So musi wa14 tiri kuita anti-corruption conference. Then musi wa21 February. Yeah, time with the 21st. Yeah, former and the late president Mugabe. Yakazoitwa national holiday ka. Saka handizivi kuti vasara kupati vachaita sei, ini ndakadhikeringa. So musi wa21 is a holiday. Tafunga is vamwe eZimbabweans kuti no, tiunganidze vanhu toshedza vaMnangagwa, toshedza vaChamisa nevamwe vese, tinzwe kuti anoti ndinorumwa nemumwandu weikoko ndiani. There will be no party regalia, no chanting of slogans. Tinavo vanhu vari neutral. Timboona kuti kana idina Chamisa vakasheka maoko, pana anonyunguduka here. Vataurire maZimbabweans kuti hatisi kuda kushanda pamwe chete nezvikonzero, vatitaurire kuti why vasiri kuda kuti tiite maonera pamwe chuma chemuzukuru. Kana kubva ipapo, then Zimbabweans will know kuti who is their problem pakati pemaleaders. Because vaMnangagwa vari kubuda vachiti let's dialogue, vaChamisa vari kubuda vachiti let's dialogue, vopata vachiitana visa jacket ravakapfeka, uyo otidzika pachiru chauri, isu tookera manje achiita zvavari kudini, zvavari kuita apo takaremerwa. Saka dambudziko redu rinenge rare kutuma vanhu vakaguta kuti vatibikire, vari kubva vagadza bhinzi nemazondo because ivo vari right. So we want to know as a generation kuti avagoni here kuforma a united front mumwe nemumwe kupati kwake, but on national issues find a way yekuti tinoshanda tese sei. I don't think solution yeZimbabwe lies navampeki kuti vauye muno vaite shuttle between State House and Morgan Tsvangirai House kuti vanzwe Chamisa navamunangagwa kuti vanosangana sei. I believe we can do it as Zimbabweans. So I'm going to appeal to my colleagues, my bosses in the party, and those from the other side to try and knock some little bit of more sense into our esteemed leaders to see reason yekuti vaite sei vasangana. So zvekunamata tinogona kunamata tonotsanya tobuda tichi paya national sports tobuda tichitorwa mapikicha tichitsanya mugomo, but kana valeaders yedu akashaya moyo wekuchengeta vanhu, moyo wokuzivira chakanakira vanhu, then they cannot continue to fool us that vanotya Mwari. Mumwe woti no ndinoita national day of prayer, mumwe woti no I am a pastor. No, you are not. Zimbabweans have suffered enough, and you cannot continue to hold citizens at ransom because you are telling us that we have differences. On the 21st of February, we are vetuma party tudiki tuhombe vanofunga kuti but tinoziva hedu kuti no zvinekwa zvinorerekera nokuti pamba panotowanika vanotungamirira. ZANU-PF and MDC commands a following, huge following in Zimbabwe, and we cannot ignore that. I'm not going to join the MDC. I don't have any intentions to do so. I will remain in my party, but I don't look at Obeistol as an enemy. I don't look at Chamisa as an enemy. After the 2018 elections, vakuru vakuda kufonera Chamisa vakandifonera kati tipe number ya advocate ndikavapa because they knew kuti no ndoseka naye ka is a brother, ndozosiyana nayo hango on the how part of it, but we agree on issues. So we are going to push this Zim first agenda, that corruption must fall, that Zimbabweans must unite. But if our leaders choose not to fight in our corner, in uniting Zimbabweans, in fighting corruption, then they must know that Zimbabweans at one point will be fed up national quit. Then we'll find a solution. Isingasanganisire evil. And it's very possible. If they think that you do not work, no. It will work. They will not work. And even they will not work, and our solution will work. So I, in conclusion, believe that we have the solutions as Zimbabweans. Those who believe in the fight against corruption, come on the 14th at a venue to be advised. This is our generational fight. Mabiru arikuitwa varume kunze uku ndeye kunge nyika ikuparara mangwana. And if we don't stop what is happening across the divide, we are doomed as a generation. Those who want to continue to parrot positions of their political parties, parrot positions of their leaders, you can continue to do so. We don't have any problems with that. And your efforts to derail chitima chevanhu chichasimuka achibudirire, because it will not stop by Tsenengamu's death or demise. Zimbabweans think enough is enough. And it's high time. If our leaders continue to play games on us and say dialogue, 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 and they don't want to have a dialogue genuinely, I'm telling you, time is running out. All of us will one day stand to blame ourselves and say we lost an opportune moment and chance that we had to make sure that we deal with these issues. So we are going to write as the Zim First agenda to all our leaders, humbly and politely highlighting to them and inviting them to come for the Citizens Summit on the 21st. Hapana anoshanda slogan, hapana anopfeka regalia, hapana anoita sei ngavangoya vatitaurire kuti vafungei nesu. Saka we are going to notify the police because we have a constitutional right to gather, and the police said a problem because tinenge tisiri muma streets, tinenge singakonzerese msindo. We better close the venue. Vanotyira security dzavo aiwa munounza security dzenyu dzinosecha vanhu and everything kuti musununguke kuuya. Tinoshanda nemi on making sure that the venue is secure, but you must come and show leadership. So this is what I thought I must share with you. So those who believe in the anti-corruption fight, we are going to give you the my details by end of day. Say on which platforms. Atina, we are not planning against a party or a government or anything. We are planning big time against corruption. And those who are we promoter, those who believe in a united front as Zimbabweans, you can then subscribe to the Zimfest agenda, which is a non-partisan movement, a movement by the citizens to unite themselves to make sure that they come together as one formidable and tactical force to fight against anything and everything that is making us suffer, and making sure that our leaders come together, and without the intervention of foreigners, be it SADC or AU, tiwane solution yedu munom as Zimbabweans. Saka ibasa ratanga. Those who are comfortable join us. Atina munhu atiri kuforsa, atina munhu atati ibva kupati kwako, and we are not going to be asking for membership cards. The one, we don't care who you are and where you are coming from. Progressive organizations, progressive young people, especially those of my generation, please come forward. We can be labeled G40. This is one issue that I have forgotten. Some are labeled as G40. Some are saying Mnangagwa's faction, some are saying Chiwenga's faction, some have created another faction for us, the Opa Mchunguri faction. Some are saying we are being sponsored by CIA to destabilize. Some are saying we have been sent by the Tyson Wabantu movement. All sorts of issues. Saka gumbo riku Tyson Wabantu movement, ruoko riku CIA, musoro uri kune imwe movement, ndo vanhu vari kunzi vari kuti manager. Vanhu vanofunga kuti hatina njere dzokufungawo zvakanaka. Tiri maromba asingazive chakanakira nyika. Tinofana kufungirwa nevamwe. And we say no to that. So this is why I called for this press conference. My brother is not around. You can check with him. Vanogona ku wondo airwe nenzira imwe cheteka. Inorwa nenzira dzakawanda. Because inini pandatoyo pano ndine zvanaitoudzwawo kuti noukasvika pakamira zvakati ndikati andoenda. Saka ndiri pano kana pane zvinouya ndapedza. So any questions? Mukoma blessed wekomhlanga.
Yeah, sure. I just want to clarity from you. You appear to be blowing hot and cold because you appear to be saying that the president and his vice appear to be clean. But you also saying, Kutisoni, when you named and shamed people in the party like the Secretary of Administration, nothing happened. But now you have been suspended because you have named people who are outside the party and are corrupt. And you are suspended by the highest body in Zanu PF. I know you say the highest decision-making body is Congress, but in between the highest decision-making body is Politburo. And this is the core of Zanu PF that has suspended you for naming corrupt people outside the party. And these people who suspended you, who sit in that Politburo, is corrupt. It's those people that they are allegedly defending.
Okay. Nditange nemi mukoma blessed. The supreme policy-making organ of the party in between congresses is not the Politburo. It is the Central Committee, where I was a member before I was procedurally suspended. The guys who suspended us were accusing us of doing things procedurally. But they also continued to suspend us procedurally. But they should have arraigned us before a disciplinary committee to answer to allegations if there were any allegations. But they continued to suspend us. And but nyana kuti nditaure mukoma blessed in the E. Atina kususpendwa na president na vice president. The Politburo is not constituted na vamunangagwa na vachivenga iva. Why do you continue to concentrate on 2 individuals when a whole Politburo in one more than 20? Why not say, why are you asking me kuti president wako na vice president was clean? Apana pana mbotaura kuti vari cleaning. Andina. Neither did I say they are dirty. Not having mentioned them that they are corrupt doesn't mean kuti I didn't andina kutaura kuti vari ndataura kuti vari corrupt ora andina kutaura. Ndine vanhu vandakataura panapa anditi kuti ngana. Why are you then roping vamwe vanhu vatisina kudoma? If people have got evidence of the president being corrupt and the vice president being corrupt, we are not monopolizing this fight. You can come out and say, "Vana Tsenengamu vakasirira pakati. Vari corrupt ndinengi na ningi. Tobatanidza kavako vavataura nevedu. Toita maonera pamwe." Anditi takasuspendwa ne Politburo yatola a collective decision. Though I isina mandate yokudaro zvaeni. But andimbozvi appeal because zvine basa rekuita position. I'm comfortable ndiri kunze. I admit the independence of a card carrying member. Control imbichana kana usina chigaro. Aubvunzwe stereki. Unongonzi musiya muziveri, unongochingooita uya unongochidini, unongochita. Vanhu vachitoti atakampedza, ungapedze munhu anenge inini nokundibvisa pachigaro. Augonondinyaradza for 1 year. Mugabe tried it. And handina kunyarara. Ende kana nanhasi, imi matouya kwete because kuna PC, but because kuna Tsenengamu. Saka chigaro hachina basa. So I'm not going to be silenced for a whole year. I'll just push my issues and do not believe in. So if anyone has got evidence yekuti kune vamwe vanhu vatakasiya, no, we have not cleared anyone. Hatina kumonopolize a fight. But chatiri kuramba ndechekuzama kuda kutipinza mufight yamuri kufunga kuti iripo pakati pavamunangagwa navachiwenga. Kana iripo endai munookera imimi. Mosvika moiokera movaumbira mazamu avo movati kana ivo vachida kurwa vaita sei vorwa. But isusu we are not going to be part to that because hatisi kuiziva fight yani yacho. All we know is Zimbabweans must unite. All we know is corruption must fall. Simple.
You keep saying we.
As citizens. I think, blessed, you cannot pretend. You have seen it for yourself, the support that we have. We knew we were going to get support, but not of this magnitude. Even when vatakarwa nawo kumashure uko, vese vari kuti let bygones be bygones, corruption must fall. Saka it's no longer about Tsenengamu and Matutu or a few individuals. It's about us as a people. And vazhinji vese, I'll tell you, I will protect them because vanotya kuruza zvigaro. They've been calling and saying, hatingataure zvedu, but you are right. Totya kudzingwa. Because they think kuti by being members of the national executive, it is a lifetime achievement. Yokuti vakairuza mukana wokuita national member, zvatopera. I am 37. Turning 38 this year. God willing, I still have time. Lokuti rese vandidzinga vanenge vasisipo pandodzoka futi mupati macho, saka handina kana pressure. Vanototonga vakapedza vese vakachinjana, kana vachida kuchinjana ndiripo ndotozouyawo futi tongawo futi nopangu handiti whichever position yandinenge ndanayo todzoka as young people, because at one point we are going to converge as a generation and put these differences aside and say taita nguva tichituma vanhu vakaguta kuti vatibikire vari kugadza bhinzi nemazondo akomana ngatigare ipapo totega, but hatisati tasvika hedu ikoko. So far tiri kumbofaita yecorruption inokubatanidza nyika. Inini ndichiri card carrying member kuparty, but I am a citizen first before I belong to any political party. Saka handina pressure nevadhara vanotogona kupanana mateme vari kuda vakapedza totozouyawo. Saka ngavasafunge kuti tine fight navo stereke, but iwo ngavasaprotecte chete corruption. Thank you. My sister.
At the beginning of your presentation, you made reference to some press that you're getting. Are you at liberty to share some of it, where it's coming from?
No, I've informed my lawyers and members of my family. Kuti, this is the information that I got. No, mwe wacho lawyer wacho ndatenda naye pana andichudzwa, and knows munhu andita sei andiudza. So if anything, vanoziva pekutangira. Iye wacho atiudza, vakazomubvunza anosara achivaudza kuti no, ndiani. Saka I'm not going to divulge because ndinenge ndablowa cover yevanhu vane tsitsi neni. Haasi munhu wese paunoplanirwa ivhu anozvifarira. Vanogona kusandidefenda fine, but kutsi kwemwoyo wake anoziva kuti zvaakuda kuitika zviri wrong. Saka if anything happens to me, my lawyers will come forward. Ini munongondiviga zvotopera, because naivo futi muchavaviga. Saka don't worry still. Tikatya kufa, vamwe vanofa vasingaorewe nemacartels oro nemapoliticians. Unotongokachidzwa nemvura ukafa, kana kutongokachidzwa nedringi rikaenda nehuro isiriyo wotofa. Saka if I'm to concentrate on nhau yerufu, who am I kutiza rufu? But where I'm happy kuti kana ndikazofa ndine zvandasiyawo ndaita ndamara ndofa zvangu. Vanosara vachisimudzirawo odini wosimudzira. But people must know that when they have power, they must be sober with power. Power is temporary. Whether a power mari or a power anywhere kwauri is temporary. Hapana imboziva kuti gushungo vanogona kufa vakuvhotera opposition. Hapana akamboziva kuti vanja vaningi sole pavakavamba party vanogona kuzofa vasisiri mairi. Hapana imboziva kuti vamunangagwa kutiza kwavakaita vachijamba border vaitozodzoka kuita president. And hapana aizviziva kuti noho pavakamirira vachiwenga paairport vachida kuvasunga vachatadza kuvasunga vakatozotambwa ivo ndivo vachiwenga vakatozoita vice president. And hapana aimboziva kuti vamugabe vachashanda naTsvangirai. Mushure mekunge Tsvangirai atomborohwa akazvimba musoro kwaifiridzo, but akatozoita prime minister. So anything is possible. Inini handibvume kudhakwa nepower, because ndoriziva kuti mangwana rinogona kumuka kunge risipo. Ndatitorisenderao komiti ndichitorira apa ndatova card carrying. So vanaro itai sober komana rinongoenda iyi. Hapana aimboziva kuti kupe paanga akagarira kuti ndini legitimate president achatozotadza kuita president weparty yake, chamisa atongotora chinhu atoenda ono. And hapana aitomboziva kuti kuenda kwakaita biti naWorkman muve vachitombotuka Tsvangirai vachatozodzoka futi kuMDC kutoita maVP. Vakanga vari maVP vachitodzingwa imomo. Saka zvino hapana, regai kudhakwa nepower varume. Ndikukutaurirai power. Whether muri kuruling or opposition side musadhakwe nepower. Vari pamusoro apo muchagona kumuka muri pasi vari pasi vachagona kumuka vari pamusoro. Hazvizivi kamwe. Takatombodzingwa tikatozodzoka. Tikadzingwa futi tikadzoka patadzingwa. Saka hatizive kuti todzoka here ora hatiite sei. Hatidzoki. Mumwe mubvunzo mambo.
From the moment you have been making pronouncements and narratives about your situation in ZANU-PF, it seems there has been a trend of someone backing you. You once announced that during the dismissal of former VP Grace Mujuru, you were backed by Robert Mugabe, and when you were suspended and expelled from ZANU-PF, you also came out saying about succession issues in ZANU-PF, touch not the anointed, with reference to now President Emerson Mnangagwa as Rebecca.
Sorry, can we have some silence, please?
So now we are saying you have got other people supporting you in the party. Does this mean that it's a new narrative coming out of you, implying that you have got new backers other than former and late President Mugabe, and then VP back then VP Mnangagwa? Does it mean you have?
All right, fine. But I was seated here when I said touch not the success. I didn't say the anointed. I said touch not the successor. Nangandiri pano ndichiti Mnangagwa uyu musambate mukambata nemapera. And the people didn't listen to me. They said I was backing and bitter. They dismissed me. And I said, Vamugabe zvamurikuita izvi muchatadza kuvigwa paheroes nezvamukuita izvi. Vanhu vakafunga kuti ndiri kupenga. And here we are today. Kutaura kuti maleaders edu zvekupatsanurana kupati izvi kana muchipatsanurana oro zvekuramba kubatana kunyika izvi mese muri kupera. And they will think kuti no, is a dog barking at the moon. I'm not barking. But anandi kuda kutaura chete ndeyekuti pandataura nhau touch not the successor, I didn't claim that I had the backing of Vice President Mnangagwa. Munondoma ndakatobvunzwa kunzi no uri kutaura izvozvo wakasvipwa wani. Ndikati aiwa havana kumbondisvipa because havana kumbobvira vakandimedza. I was here. VaMnangagwa vakatobuda vakati sungai heyo. Handimuzive ini. And I'll tell you the truth here today. It was very difficult to convince Mnangagwa kuti mudhara uya akutokunyudzai vairamba. Unzi takabva kure chaizvo. Takabva kuresa. Imi wapere. Wato mudhara uri kunyura. It's either vanhu ava vachakudzinga, vachakusunga oro vachakuuraya zvinhu 3 izvi. Vanhu vachiramba. So ndiri kutaurirai loyalty yaiva navaMnangagwa kuna vaMugabe yairwadza kunesu vanhu vaifaita kuti vaMnangagwa vasadzingwe uye vazoita leader. So handina pandakambobva ivo vaitondiramba ini ndichivaramba because taisarangana kuita zvataita. Ivo vaifungira kuti zviri kungoitwa chete neG40 vasingazive kuti no mumwe wavo ane hand. But here I am today. Comrade, if you are not backing me, someone in here is backing me. In this fight against corruption, in this fight to make sure that Zimbabweans unite. So I don't have a faction behind me. I don't have a single individual around behind me. I have progressive and level-headed Zimbabweans behind me who see sense and reason in what I'm saying. So I'm not being backed by anyone. And the good thing is, while these others who try to run away from me, which is normal, others are coming to me. Not because they believe in me as an individual, but they believe in the Zimbabwe comes first agenda. They believe that together we can prosper, together we can overcome, and corruption must fall. Simple. And I'm one guy who is saying, VaMnangagwa navaChienga batanai, navaMohadhi batanai, kozi mukarega kubatana, kana mukaitirana shaisano, if that comes out to be the case, mese mchaluza. Mese, you will be losers. Which is the same message I have given also to the opposition. Kuti munogona kufunga kuti kupeta maoko ndo solution situation ichita deteriorate and degenerate. But you are also going to be losers. Thank you. I will take 3 last questions. Then tova taenda. Mkoma wangu mlipasera. Those welcome.
Tsenengamu, does look like it's not improbable for one to think that you may eventually be expelled from Zanu-PF. If you consider that, and also, I see this Zimfest agenda evolving into a political party.
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's your view and opinion. I don't have any challenges with that. I am not moved by the suspension. Neither am I going to be moved by expulsion. Because it's not going to expel you. And I'm not one person. Anobotiza kunzi ndakusungwa ndakupondwa ndakutiza ndinopondwa kana kusungwa ndiri muno ndichibuda mujeri ndichidzoka muno kana ndaexpendiwa ndichamirira nguva yangu yekudzoka chi mpati cause ndakatomboexpendiwa futi ndikazeta sei ndikadzoka saka iyo yekuexpendiwa iyo haina kana chi dhiri ende ndikutozviziva kuti ndokwazvinogona kuita sei kuenda cause kuna vamwe vanhu vatori desperate zvisingaite vanofunga kuti no Tsenengamu akaoma musoro haagarike naye pasi. Vanofunga kuti no Tsenengamu is rebellious. Yes, I am a rebel against corruption. I am a rebel against disunity and divisions. I am a rebel against poverty. Kwete chiribeo chenyu chamunenge muchifungira. Then zvekuti munogona kuita part zvangasati zvabhuya mbrain dzangu kana kusoro. But ndikutozvinzwa nemi. But inini ndataura nawe kuti corruption must fall. Ndataura kuti Zimbabwe must unite. Handizive kana macauses iwayo akagona kutibatanidza kuti tiite political party. But for now it's just a citizens movement. Yekungopusha ma-issues ari kunetsa chi vanhu tiri ma-card carrying member edu ekumusangano tichimirira kuti tinodzingwa here ora hatidzingwe. But whether tadzingwa ora hatina tinongozviita. I've been posting these issues, my dear comrade, on Facebook. And the majority who have my followers on Facebook vanozviziva whether vanondisupport or havandisupport. Pane vanhu vanotondirakasha paFacebook, but one thing chandoda ndechekuti vanenge vatomboverenga zvandanyora vozondirakasha zvavo vati vaverenga. Saka I'm not just saying these issues because ndasuspendwa. Ini ndinomira neprinciple. I don't believe in opportunism because zvinhu zvinongoya zvipera. So ndasaura nemibvunzo 2 pane ruoko rwanga rukasimuka panapa mukoma.
On the 21st of February, you have chosen to bring the stakeholders together. That includes the president for Zanu-PF and the president for MTC.
Sure.
This initiative has been done before by the Zimbabwe Congress of by ZCC as churches. And at that point, Comrade Mnangagwa didn't turn up and Chamisa was there. If the same scenario happens on the chosen day of the 21st of February, replicate, what are you going to do? Maybe they are not going to come. They are going to give you excuses that they are committed somewhere. This is your own date you have put on your own calendar, and we have got other things that are important in their own movement to commit to. What will you do?
No, I'm not. We are not dictating to them because one wakuru vanotoziva zvavanoita. Proposal yatiri kunovaendesera izvozvi vanotipindura ka kuti no taramba kukuona as citizens atidi oro tine mamwe macommitments tovabvunza ka kuti muri free rini because havashaye zuva even 1 hour yekuita free kana vakatonzi vane macommitments havashaye 1 hour vakatiti no next year then toyambuka rukova taita sei tasvika hatisi kuzombokwinya matrauzi tiri kuno mukuvisa ari kwaaro titakwinya matrauzi taona kuti no rukova rwakaita sei rwakazara. But for now I know vese vari very progressive and vari kuda kuti nyika iende mberi, and they know kuti stability nekuva necommon vision is more important. Ndokusaka even vamunangagwa vakainitiata Pollard. My understanding of Pollard is not kuti it was going to be the end, because the dialogue thing had to start from somewhere. Saka mumwe nemumwe ane maonero ake anodini anoita. Maybe mumwe ane problem yone vakakonvena, because Chamisa ane vari kuti dai nhenga akadai dai nhenga akadai anditi. But akuti ndikutaurire mukoma kuti vari muparliament vaigara so pamwe chete padhuze nepadhuze, uyo ari minister of justice, mumwe ari MP, vakatomboshanda vese, mumwe ari minister of ICT, mumwe ari minister weimwe ministry. Ava zvinambomirira mbeki izvozvo. So isu tingovakumbira kuti sevana venyu vanotungamirwa nemi, tafunga kuti no, mukagara pasi mukaita chivirangwe, nyika yedu inodini inosimuka. Because for now people are divided, 2.4 million on the other side and 2.1 million on the other side, and hakuna nyika inomuvha takadaro. Like I said, it's not because ava vanhu ava ndoshangwiti dzine mazano stereki, but we want to deal with one problem at a time. Tikadila necorruption, tikasadila nedisunity nepolarization, hatina kwatiri kuenda. And there is no way we can deal with corruption in a polarized country, because the party imwe neimwe ichadefenda mbavha dzayo, because inoona sekunge ndo yako atakwa isingaona kuti corruption ndo iri kuatakwa. Saka tiri kuzokumbira advocate Chamisa na vamunangagwa kuti no vagare pasi, chero any day, but proposal musa 21, and ndofunga kuti vese izororoka, hapana anenge ari kubasa. Saka toanzwa kuti vada kuzororera kupi toita means. Thank you. Then lastly,
considering the basis and reasons why you were suspended from the party, that you cited cartels and named a few members were involved in corruption. Now I begin to wonder now the tenets of ZANU-PF in terms of democracy, to say freedom of expression, expressing your views, then to the youth who are going to join to replace you in the meantime during the 12 months period. I think it's a signal to instill extreme fear to any youth, ZANU-PF youths who are going to be position holders at that level. That they're going to it's going to completely silence any dissenting voice, no matter how genuine and how noble the idea, like you actually saying about endemic corruption, which the president has been talking about, and he has failed to support you. So I think that's a very bad precedent. So I don't know whether it's whatever political party, it's not a very good idea, as I think, to fight dissent voice in an environment where there is a freedom of expression enshrined in our constitution, enshrined against the political parties. What do you think about that?
No, thank you. I think what I have to explain a little bit is last time we came here as ordinary citizens, but we got ourselves suspended from the party. Party in a maitiro ayo, and the leadership in their wisdom saw it fit to deal with us in that way, which is normal, but which I think the majority of the people are not in agreement with. I'm not sure if they are going to revise their decision or not. That's up to them. But I'm not mourning, I'm not regretting. ANC at one point did the same. Then they charged out the leaders and they replaced them with other leaders. And what then happened after that, everyone knows. What has happened to the vibrancy of the ANC Youth League? You cannot force me to act dumb, deaf, and blind when I'm not. You want to force me not to think. No, my kids will ask me, no, paitika is my teaching. Saka inina handina problem nazvo because tiri kudhila nevanhu vari kuprotecta zvavainazvo. Isu nevazhinji tichiri kutsvaga. Saka hongu tiri mubhazi rimwe chete, but tiri kutoona kuti vamwe havasi kuda kudzikira kwatoda kuendawo. Tatoona tasvika pambari vamwe vatokwira uravo vakaenda kuairport. Saka hatingavarambidze kuti musaende kuairport. But ava vapiwa mapositions edu oro vachapiwa mapositions edu, zvakwavari kugamushira mapositions oro kumaramba kukontinya nezvatanga tiri kutaurawo oro kurega. Because ukatenga watombonzi no ndiwe wapachigaro changa china Tsenengamu unenge wapinda ka. Zvako zvinenge zvakatonaka. Saka zvakwauri kuchuza kumira necause yenyika oro kumira neposition yavadini yavapiwa. But inini hangu handimbovablema vadhara nekundidzinga kwavakaita cause vanenge vachiita zviri kuenderana nezera ravo nemainterests ani avo. Cause obviously mupolitibhuro imomo makatokakavadzanwa. Vamwe vakati ngavadzingwe, vamwe vakati aiwa ngavasadzingwe. Saka ndivo vari kuziva chavari kutidzingira. So inini handina kana problem navo, ende kana ndikatosangana navo apa ndinotovasaluta kuti chef, I understand because they are doing this for their interests. Saka handina problem nazvo, chinhu chavo. So ndinokutendai vana veZimbabwe nekuva nesu. Mwari wekudenga akuropafadzei, musatikanganwewo pamunamato pazviitai. Isu sezvizvarwa zvemuZimbabwe tinoshuvira kuti musi wa 14 wemwedzi uno watiri waFebruary tiungane suna vemuZimbabwe.